What is up, guys? It's been a long, long time in the making. Oh, fuck you. Wait for it. Oh, it's responding. It's responding. It doesn't. It's a sadistic game. It likes to be called told after all.
Keep firing! Don't stop!
He stopped. Firing at.
We need more! Need help here, damn it! You! Grab whatever you can and get up top!
What are you doing here? Go and take cover in the keep.
Can't hold out against this onslaught much longer. Go and take cover with the others. Look out!
That way, said the lady. Here's Henry. Henry. Oh, no, why not? Is that the priest?
Godwin!
Yeah, that's the priest. Father Goodwin.
Where's your weapon? To the battlements! Move! Father!
There's Caban. I think that was him. Yeah, that's
Will you come to anoint us before we die?
We'll get anointed after the battle, Sir Hans. With booze. Get ready!
Alright, I'm gonna try to play an honorable Ned Stark type character if I can. If you know me, that's probably gonna get good. I'm probably gonna fail that first decision making option I get.
Take cover!
I have 13. I have 13 seconds to keep on grabbing it. I got 13 brooks. Drinking water. Sparkling water.
A rude awakening, eh?
I'd say.
Make it count.
You didn't give me any bolts. I only have one arrow. I'm supposed to hold the line. Oh shit. You're gonna have to get it.
Godwin! Over here! Get up there quick! We have to repel them! Good hit, Godwin! I'll knock it down!
He has a gun, so he's gonna go down. He also has a gun. Why is it?
Die, you swine! Now you'll
Aim fire.
You're not up to it.
Oh, I'm so good, so good.
get ready! They're coming inside! Godwin, move downstairs! We can handle it here!
Bet you can. Famous last words.
Overlay! Quick! Godwin! Get over here with that crossbow and join
Well, he did it.
Don't stop! Take cover!
Yeah, I thought.
Have them! it! But wait, this was the... Draw your sword and fall!
Okay. That's not what I want to do. Draw my sword. Dry devil. Where's the wet devil? Where's... You go here? Nope. Stairs.
You're getting racist, lass!
That was easy enough. See, defending the castle is easy. At the bottom. Watch out, Coram! Run! Johns!
Fuck! I've been hit! Don't poke at it! Just calm down.
Oh, Dentist Fortuna, fucking you, vat. Jesus. You're only supposed to deliver a message to
Oh, I
Trusky.
remember this. It's been so long since this game came
The
out.
most adventure I was expecting was a fuck or two.
Where's Henry? He was supposed to really too. There we go. 2. I didn't pay for 1, I paid for 2. I want to defend the keep. Several weeks earlier. You have to put pebbles in this game. 0 out of 10 pebbles in this game.
Lord Dentist Fortuna, you vat!
There's Henry!
Was that
Henry's
you
come to
yelling
see
to
us!
Hans?
Good gracious, Henry, you don't mean to tell me you don't know Latin?
My apologies, Your Grace.
Actually, I learned Latin
Fortunately, I was
from
too
my
busy
Henry
shoveling
character.
shit and picking turnips to find time for studying Latin.
We shall have to rectify that. I can't have an ignoramus for a personal
That
bodyguard.
was fun. Transcribing Latin in the monk.
Anyway, this
monk
Aldens, whatever.
mission.
What does that actually mean?
Failed at that. I was good at brewing potions.
Dentes Fortuna Juvat. Fortune favors the brave.
I don't doubt it. All we have to do is deliver a letter to Lord Otto von Bergov and ride back again. Doesn't take much bravery.
Christ, Henry, don't be such a stick in the mud. Aren't you glad to be finally out of that hellhole where we can finally enjoy some adventure? See a bit of the world. Meet new women. And simply have some fun.
Sure, but you promised Johannes that you'd be as good as gold, and I'm personally responsible for your safety. Besides, Trotsky's in the middle of nowhere, so I wouldn't expect much excitement there.
God help me, my bodyguard's a monk who can't speak Latin.
No, I tried being a monk and
Trotsky.
ended up throwing a thing of blood over a balcony.
is fucking impressive. It makes Perkstein look like an outhouse. Berghoff must be made of money.
Now, next one. Let me play as Henry. Thank you.
Well, Henry, looking forward to new adventures? Adventures that will become the stuff of legends?
Of course I am. We'll show them what fine fellas have turned up on their doorstep.
You bet we will. We'll hand over our important message and then hop, skip to the nearest tavern. We'll drink to our success and chase some local wenches, eh? But why didn't Uncle Hanush take care of it himself? Unless, maybe he's just testing me.
Aye, it does look like that. He'll hand over all the Ratai estates to you one day. So
Everything
I
ain't
expect
gonna
he
be
wants
a
to be sure
test
you
like
won't
on
botch it.
Of
like
course.
affect the world.
How could I possibly botch it up? There are foreign armies rampaging through Bohemia. The king is in captivity, God knows where, and here we are in the middle of it all, carrying an important document. No,
This is
I
like a
intend to
perfect
make
spot
the
for
most
me.
of this trip, one way or another.
So do I. How is that? Fortuna...
Al dentes fortuna juvat. See now, there's the Henry I know and love. Well, enough of the chat. Trotsky's almost within reach.
I'm gonna have to race you.
How's it looking down?
That horseman was shit
All
on my
good,
first
Oak.
Henry.
Just keep your eyes on the road ahead.
Exactly. If anything in front of us even looks like it's moving, we want to know.
Keep your hair on.
Yeah, this is an ambush spot.
Eyes like a hawk. I don't miss nothing.
From there.
Sir.
We can't fight all of them.
Should we get ready for a fight?
Take it easy, Henry. They're wearing von Berghoff's colours. They're from Trotsky.
Then you taking off the corpse.
Don't let them get away!
Besides, I don't stand a chance against them. Don't do anything foolish, fellas. Just follow my orders.
Halt! What are you after here?
Is this usually how you greet visitors, my good man?
Shut up the
How
Hans,
we
don't be an
greet
asshole.
armed strangers when bandits are pillaging everywhere.
Can you not distinguish between a noble and a bandit, sir?
It's not always that straightforward these days. Who are you people?
Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. I bear a letter for Sir Otto von Berghoff from my master, Sir Hanush of Lipa.
No, give it directly to him.
This is indeed
person.
the seal of the Lords of Lipa. And unless I am mistaken, Lord Hanush of Lipa is on the side of King Wenceslas,
Well,
while my master is a member of the League of Lords, who side with King Sigismund.
well,
So it would appear we are enemies.
We're not enemies. We're carrying a message with the aim of putting a stop to the hostilities.
And who are you?
Henry, from Skalitz.
Oh, this is, I want to play
I'm
nobleman.
Lord Capon's advisor and scribe, and now an envoy as well.
From Skalitz, you say? The one that King Sigismund's Cuman forces plundered?
And slaughtered everyone. Even so, I'm not going to Trotsky as an enemy, but as a peace envoy.
Even so, you're still strangers here, and armed strangers to boot. And as it happens, we're on the trail of just such a band, so why should I trust you?
Okay, I know this.
We want to negotiate an alliance. We'll come to an agreement with your lord in Trotsky, and maybe offer to deal with those bandits for you. After all, you haven't been able to track them down. So we can take matters into our own hands. So move aside, and let us, dutiful knights, pass.
Hans is like,
Don't
what the hell you doing?
provoke me, boy. Or you'll pass to a place you don't want to. Didn't you say you were a screw? Or are you trying to tell me you're a knight? Don't try to pull the...
Don't listen to him, Captain. He's traveling with me for the first time, and we've come on the
Fuck, I
orders
messed
of
up.
Margrave Jobst of Moravia. And our message concerns the offer of an alliance. That's... it seems...
All right, then. You may carry on, but put your men in their place, sir, before their impertinence leads you...
Indeed, I will. Thank you, Captain.
Ah, I messed up. I'm not honorable. Told you.
Sorry about the cold reception. You must be cautious. These bandits create mayhem, then vanish like ghosts. We'll be on our way.
Oh, so you won't accompany us to the castle to see your lord?
Sorry, sir, we can't. Listen, you won't make it to the castle before nightfall. And Sir Otto's orders are to not admit anyone after dark, especially while we're away. You'd best camp until daybreak.
I'll take your point. I mean, back home, the last time someone led a nobleman in trouble into their castle, we had to bombard it to get him out. Is there an inn in these parts, at least?
There is one, but it's a bit of a
Oh,
way
shit.
out, and I'm not sure your lordship would like it very much.
God, what kind of a backwater have they sent us to? I just suppose we'll just have to manage somehow. Good luck in hunting down those bandits.
Thomas, captain at Trotsky. Thank you. And sorry again. Farewell.
I can. Oh, I can't.
Well, this is a bit of a hold-up. What now?
Since there's no tavern within reach, we'll just bed down here for the night. The pond looks inviting, and we've got wine enough.
And what about those bandits?
Well, they're probably keeping their heads down, what with that big patrol combing the woods for them. Come on, fellas. We'll camp here on the bank. At least we can bathe. I stink almost as bad as the rest of you, and you lot are rank.
Okay, setting sound.
I assume you can hear that damn dog of yours barking. Can you sort him out?
Come here! What's all the fuss about, Mutt? Are you that hungry? All right, I'll see what I can get for you. Well, hoorah!
I know. Okay. I know! First time. Is it in quest? Maybe I don't know.
That barking was a pain in
Come
the
on, Conrad.
What?
Let's throw a few dice.
For the love of God. Listen, would you have some... That's a good one. He already gobbled up a piece of venison. Well, I've got one last sausage and I'll be saving that for the... Look, Henry, I'm fond of that beast, but you ought to keep him up. Come on, Oaks. We'll get to Trotsky tomorrow, and there'll be plenty of food there. We're a noble's escort, so they're obliged to feed us well. Pheasant in wine, roast pork with apples. Those sausages of yours are only fit for a dog anyway. For Christ's sake, stop giving me a hard time. I'll have you know that sausage is fucking good. But neither you nor your dog will get to taste it. Wouldn't you swap it for something? I might. Tankard has my ring. I lost it to him at dice. And if I go home without it, my old woman will send me right back. If you can get it back, I'll be glad to give you... Well... Look out! I see you've got dice.
Sure.
I heard you won a ring off Oates.
Fortune favours the brave, lad. But if you lose, you'll pay for everything I order in the town.
Sounds fair enough. Just
Come.
Sparkle. Okay, yeah, no.
Come on then, show us what you can do. Unless you're playing for the first time.
Okay, nothing. Don't know. Scoring continue. Two, 1.
Well, you're not afraid of anything. Let it be now. I want to play too, you know?
Shut up. I'm concentrating. And I win.
You must have a... Damn your eyes. You played well. What's to be done?
Okay, have your ring for my sausage. I'll give you a ring for your sausage.
It seems I won that ring off him. You beat the bar. Will you give it to me? If I go home without it, the old woman... What will you give me for it? Well, all I've got here is some grub. Want a sausage? It's venison. All right. And enough games. You won't easily find another mug who'll exchange a ring for a sausage. Yeah. True enough.
Hey, come here.
Fuck it, Tankard!
Here, mutt.
Stop with that! Your whistling is getting on my fucking nerves the whole way. Leave it off this evening at least.
Jeez.
Okay, go to Sir Hans.
Henry, what the fuck?
What was what about?
With that captain? I thought they got us all.
You're right.
Well, you shouldn't have. We're lucky they didn't shoot us down on the spot. Did you? You better keep your nose out of it next...
I apologise.
That's all right. His tone got on my nerves too. And keep quiet tomorrow in front of von Berghoff. I'm here to do the talking. We'll deliver our message and fulfill our mission. If we arrange a truce with the League of Lords, then Hanush will finally have to take me seriously. Well, since you're so how about stretching our limbs a bit after that long journey?
You're in the mood for that?
Certainly. So then, eh?
All right, just a bit of swordplay for the hell of it? Or should we have a wage?
Let's save the wages for later.
Oh, you afraid?
Keep the biting remarks. You've got armor on, so just grab your helmet. Here's a practice sword for you. Have that ready too.
The steel. I want the steel. That's stupid. But realistic.
Tankard. Yeah.
So,
Do you think we're going to fight with our cocks? Put on your helmet and armor, grab a practice sword and...
I'm also fighting with my... I gotta...
can we start with the sword?
You've got your armor. Good. Ready? Let's start.
Hold on.
Draw your sword.
Hang on. This time, I'll take the lead.
I just can't wait.
I'm holding it down, bitches.
Less thinking, more action. Come on.
Let's get warmed up. I'll attack you a few times. You defend.
Go ahead. Impress me. Is that the best you've got? I didn't even work up a sweat.
Oh, you will soon enough. A foe in plate armor has to be worn down.
Let's see it then. Attack properly now. A longer sequence.
Sport's yelling at me.
Enough!
Now you're warmed up, eh?
Yeah. But you're pretty winded yourself. While you're attacking, you still have to take care you have strength left to defend.
Save the advice and try it yourself.
Gladly. On guard. That's the way.
I had to... Oh, frick.
Good. Cover, for Christ's sake. Defend yourself properly.
I am.
Why don't you cover yourself? Good. Why don't you cover yourself?
Oh, that's enough. No one's ever won a duel just by blocking. You've got to make an opening to strike back. And you do that by means of a perfect block.
Perfect block, eh? You've become a real swordsman.
Start your attack then.
That's it. Nice, Henry. No! You only block after I start swinging. Nice! But what about a riposte? Reckon you can manage that?
Why wouldn't I? Nothing to it. I just follow up a perfect block immediately with a strike. I'll show you.
Get ready! Good, Henry. Nice.
There we go.
Well,
Look.
hey, you're not as good as Captain Bernard, but that wasn't bad.
Be sure to remember, if someone gives you a riposte, you can still fend it off with a perfect block. And it's best to follow up right away with your own riposte.
Yeah, right. But what if I want to attack in such a way that you can't make a perfect block?
Then it's best to attack at a spot where your opponent isn't covered, where he's not holding his weapon. You defend, and I'll show you how.
All right, come on then. Too Too slow.
Ah.
Nice.
Point for him.
Good riposte.
Ah, you got round that nicely, Henry.
All right, all right. I get it. For Christ's sake. Enough demonstrations and explanations.
Let's have one training duel to finish up, eh?
Indeed. And let's have a wager to spice things up. How about 100 groschen?
100? How about 200? Are you feeling confident or not?
Fine, 200. On guard.
What's wrong?
Now that's what I call
Off to a good start. And another.
Oh, fuck.
Nice technique. Did you see
Weren't expecting that, were you?
Go for it.
I need energy.
Oh, you haven't got a hope.
I got hope. Pokey, pokey.
Jesus.
What's wrong?
Weren't expecting that, were you? Oh, you haven't got a hope.
Nice strike.
Keep my energy up.
You haven't got a hope. And you're supposed to be my
Go
bodyguard.
for it.
And you've had it. I say the victor is clear. I'll get my winnings from you later. Now it's time to eat.
Okay, hold on
Oh,
one second.
that
How long have we been recording? 30 minutes? Okay. I should have won that.
So who won, gentlemen?
That's obvious, isn't it? Henry learned a lesson or two, and I won our bet. At least I'll have someone to buy me drinks in the tavern. It was almost like that time in Rattay.
True. Only I won that time. Your bow, which came in very handy afterwards.
You were unbelievably lucky, beating me after just one day of training. True, I wasn't in my best form that day. We had a drink or two beforehand.
Oats? What's this food supposed to be?
What's left of our supplies. Tomorrow we'll be at the castle, and we'll get some decent grub.
If you told us earlier, I could have shot a hare. And you could have cooked it like they did in the tavern the day before yesterday.
That tavern where you drank away all your coin?
Ha! You've got to have some fun.
And then you tried it on with the innkeeper's daughter when you were shit-faced.
She was pretty. A real peach. Admit it.
Only a fella was there.
He was well pissed off. If I hadn't convinced him you were the village idiot and that we dragged you home right away.
And if I hadn't left him a fistful of coin to boot.
Throwing groschen around like that? Fellas, if a rainy day comes, you'll be fucked.
Ha! I've got nothing to regret. The whole world turns around wenches. Ain't that right, Henry?
Hmm?
You never gave us the goods on that lass of yours. What was her name now?
Teresa. She lived with that crook Peshek at the mill.
And she saved my life.
A brave girl.
Aye. She's a fine lass. And? Is she any good? Like, is she any good? Get me?
I get you.
She's brave. She saved my life when I went back to Scallis after it was raised to bury my parents, and a bunch of mercenaries attacked me. And that's all I'll say.
Honor, Henry, honor.
You know, this travelling isn't too bad.
Apart from the mosquitoes.
Aye. Apart from them.
Where were you yesterday evening, Henry? You were late for supper. That's not what I call watching over our Lord.
Hey, don't make trouble.
I'm up close in Horseman Houndmaster. I think Houndmaster.
Mutt caught a scent, ran off into the woods and wouldn't come back.
And what was it?
There's a footpath there with some derelict house at the end. Mutt was standing outside, barking like crazy. But there was nothing inside but mouldy furniture and some burnt bones. So I calmed the poor pup down, and we came back to the camp.
He don't seem like no poor pup to me, especially after the way he came barking at me today.
And what about, time, sir? I mean, will we be getting any time off, sir?
It depends. Once von Berghoff hears us out, we should set off back home immediately.
What? Straight back on the road?
Well, we could stay a day or two, perhaps.
Does anyone know anything more about von Berghoff?
Only what Sir Hans told us, that von Berghoff is a big cheese in the royal court. That's why we're going to negotiate an alliance with him.
You summed that up nicely. But yes, that's how it is. He's the royal chamberlain. You fellas will never meet a more important noble than him.
I heard he insists on having the finest swords, and that he's got a big collection of all kinds of swords and daggers.
Collecting them ain't the same as knowing how to use them.
And is he any good at sword fighting? It ain't nothing easy to learn.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that piss.
The sword is the weapon of a master. Balanced, fast, and suitable for all situations. Of course, you have to train with it and try to improve your technique, but the result is worth it.
Aye, I get it. It was just a training fight. Pardon me.
Oh, swords, swords, swords. No doubt you're going to tell us again how the perfidious Istvan Toth stole your sword. And I thought you'd come round to thinking about other things.
That sword is the only reminder I had of Pa. We forged it together, just before he was slain. But that's another matter. I suppose you've heard enough of that, eh?
Well, you know.
No, it's all right.
Well, I wouldn't want to be in Istvan's shoes if you ever come face to face with him again.
What? So Radzig ain't dead, though?
Enough, enough. Otherwise we'll be here for hours again hearing how Martin the Smith raised him even though Radzig is his real father. It's complicated, and let's leave it at that. No offense.
Who'll help me tomorrow with getting supplies for the journey back?
We rolled dice for it, and I won, so Conrad goes.
What are you on about?
Enough. Oath, you're no fun at all. There'll be a feast at the castle tomorrow, so forget about supplies.
Anyone for another helping? There's plenty left. Maybe even a bit for morning.
No thanks. I must wash myself down a bit.
My words exactly. We can't turn up at Trotsky tomorrow in this state.
let's go and strip, Henry.
Alright, I gotta go.